the biggest mansions in America. Despite the current housing crisis, most of the United States' largest homes are still owned by very wealthy individuals who don't seem to be in any hurry to downsize anytime soon. Of course, that doesn't mean we can't enjoy the idea of what it would be like to live in their enormous houses, complete with all of the creature comforts you could ever imagine. Here are some of the biggest mansions in America, each with more than 20,000 square feet of living space. Number 5, Meadow, Brook Hall. Meadow, Brook Hall, is a Tudor Revival style mansion located at 350 Estate Drive in Rochester Hills, Michigan. It was built between 1926 and 1929 by the heiress to the Dodge automaker fortune, Matilda Dodge Wilson, and her second husband, lumber baron Alfred Wilson. Covering 88,000 square feet, 8,200 square meters, with 110 rooms, the structure is the fourth largest historic mansion museum in the United States and is classified as one of America's castles. In 1957, the mansion and the surrounding property and buildings were donated to the state of Michigan in order to fund Michigan State University Oakland, now known as Oakland University. The structure was named a National Historic Landmark in 2012. Meadowbrook Farms originally belonged to Matilda's first husband, automotive tycoon John F. Dodge. He purchased the property, along with the large, white farmhouse off Adams Road as a holiday retreat for his family. The mansion is located on a 1,443-acre, 5.84 square kilometers, estate off South Adams Road. If you are enjoying the video, subscribe to Luxury Couch for more luxury videos. So, let's continue. Number 4, Arden House. Arden is a historic estate outside Harriman, New York, that was owned by railroad magnate Edward Henry Harriman and his wife, Mary Averell Harriman. By the early 1900s, the family owned 40,000 acres, 63 square miles, 160 square kilometers in the area, half of it comprising the Arden Estate. The main house is at the top of a mountain east of the village, reachable by Arden House Road from NY 17. Since 2011, it has been owned by the nonprofit Research Center on Natural Conservation, which operates Arden House as a conference center with 97 guest rooms. On September 17, 1886, Harriman bought at auction the 7,863-acre, 31.82 square kilometers, Peter Parrott family estate for $52,500, which was named Arden by the Parrott family after Mrs. Parrott's maiden name. Over the next several years, he purchased an additional 20,000 acres, 81 square kilometers, almost 40 different parcels of land, and built 40 miles, 64 kilometers, of bridle paths. Harriman hired Carrere and Hastings to design a home, which was begun in 1905. Harriman had planned it for many years, but lived in it for only a few months before his death in 1909. Number 3, The One. Earlier this year, the financial woes of Mr. Niami's signature project reached a climax, ending a saga that had captivated LA real estate observers for a decade. Mr. Niami's quest to build one of the biggest and most luxurious houses in American history, a roughly 105,000 square foot mega mansion with a nightclub and 5 swimming pools, had gone awry amid unpaid debts and a bankruptcy proceeding. In March, The One sold at auction for just $126 million, plus commissions and fees, far less than the roughly $190 million debt outstanding on the house, according to bankruptcy filings. Mr. Niami said, through a spokesperson, that he and his ex-wife, Yvonne Niami, ended up losing $44 million on the project, plus 10 years of my life. In some ways, the story of Mr. Niami, the man behind The One, is as compelling as the house itself. He really revolutionized Los Angeles real estate, because he took risks that nobody was willing to take, said Ms. Williams of the Beverly Hills Estates, who later worked on the sale of The One with her husband, Brandon Williams. Number 2, Oheka Castle. Oheka Castle, also known as the Oheka Estate, is a hotel located on the North Shore of Long Island, in West Hills, New York, also known as the Gold Coast, a hamlet in the town of Huntington. It was the country home of investment financier and philanthropist Otto Herman Kahn and his family. The name Oheka is an acronym using the first several letters of each part of its creator's name, Otto Herman Kahn, which Kahn also used to name his yacht Oheka II, and his oceanfront villa, Oheka in Palm Beach, Florida. The mansion, built by Kahn between 1914 and 1919, is the largest private home in New York, and the second largest in the United States, comprising 127 rooms, and over 109,000 square feet, 10,100 square meters, as originally configured. The castle is now a hotel with 32 guest rooms and suites. It is a popular wedding venue for socialites, celebrities, and dignitaries, as well as the backdrop to many photo shoots, television series, and films. It also offers a bar, restaurant, and mansion tours of the estate and gardens. In 2004, Oheka was listed on the National Register of Historic Places. It is a member of Historic Hotels of America, the official program of the National Trust for Historic Preservation. Number 1. Biltmore Estate. Biltmore Estate is a historic house museum and tourist attraction in Asheville, North Carolina. Biltmore House, or Biltmore Mansion, the main residence, is a chateau-esque style mansion built for George Washington Vanderbilt II between 1889 and 1895, and is the largest privately owned house in the United States at 178,926 square feet, 16,622.8 square meters of floor space, 135,280 square feet of living area. Still owned by George Vanderbilt's descendants, it remains one of the most prominent examples of Gilded Age mansions. In the 1880s, at the height of the Gilded Age, George Washington Vanderbilt II began to make regular visits with his mother, Maria Louisa Kissam Vanderbilt, to the Asheville area. He loved the scenery and climate so much that he decided to build a summer house in the area, which he called his Little Mountain Escape. His older brothers and sisters had built luxurious summer houses in places such as Newport, Rhode Island, the Gold Coast of Long Island, and Hyde Park, New York. So, what do you think about today's video? Let me know in the comment section down. If you enjoyed the video, subscribe to Luxury Couch for more luxury videos. If you want to know about the most richest cricketers in the world, you can watch this video showing on your screen. And take care until next time.